Hey everybody, we're back here again. We are going to make all this stuff in front of me right here is for a banana split, believe it or not. I have got so much stuff here, you're not going to believe what we're going to be doing here in the next few minutes. We're going to edit this down as we go along. Obviously, we don't want to continuously film something where it's like, all right, we're watching strawberries boil so we can make some strawberry sauce. So we're going to edit this down bit by bit by bit. What we're going to do is we're going to make a chocolate sauce. We're going to flavor that with some Frangelico. We're going to make a caramel sauce along with some spiced pecans, and we're going to use. And I found this in my liquor cabinet. And this is from my stepson. It is a banana flavored bourbon. Okay, boom. Okay, this is going to go into our caramel sauce to go along with our banana split, and then we're going to make our strawberry sauce. And we got some fresh strawberries here, beautiful fresh strawberries from Barbie Farms, and we're going to flavor that with some orange zest and, as we're off camera here, a little bit of that Grand Marnier. That's wonderfully delicious orange flavored liqueur from the French. So we're going to make all that, and then we're going to assemble our banana split, and I'm going to show you this really cool way to do a banana for your banana split. That's going to really be a game changer, so to speak, for uh, your banana splits from now on. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start off with the strawberries. We cleaned them off, cleaned off all the green part of it right there, washed it off, and basically we're ready to roll here. So we're going to add in, and these are actually good and sweet, so we're not going to add in a ton of sugar. I'm actually adding in about a quarter cup, just granulated sugar. We're going to do a little zest here. We're going to have plenty of orange flavor, as you can guess from the orange zest and the Grand Marnier to finish it. And then we're just going to add, I'm going to step off camera here. I'm already off camera. But we're going to step off camera a little bit further. I'm going to go grab some, about a quarter cup of filtered water, because tap water is shit. I mean, it's not good. So we're going to add that into there. We're going to start to bring this to a boil and then just let it simmer for 10 or so minutes until the strawberries are nice and soft. And then we're going to puree this. So stepping off camera here. That's the ice. There is a chunk of ice in there. That's okay. I heard ice is just frozen water. It's amazing. Amazing what they can do nowadays with technology. So we're going to turn this bad boy on. There we go. Saturday night. It's probably the only thing I get to turn on tonight. So we'll see what goes on. All right. We'll see how good that banana split is. All right. So let that cook. Like I said, 10 or 15 minutes till it's nice. The strawberries are just mushy, ooey gooey, and then we're going to blend that all up. And then once it's all blended, we're going to actually add in some chopped strawberries. And let's see if I can swing this just a little bit. I'm going to try to adjust this on the fly here. Easier said than done. Look at that. Woo, and down it goes. Look at that. Down to the strawberry level. Look at that. We're down here. I can put cameraman on my resume, my resume. And then we're just going to basically just dice these off, clean the tops off. And then we're just going to dice these up. Like I said, once it's cooked, blended, we'll plop these into there. You can slice them. You can dice them. We're going to dice them. I want them a little bit smaller. So just kind of roughly chop them up here. Just like that. Nothing fancy. Nothing too fancy. Just lay them nice and flat so it's easy to work with. Strawberries are already getting to that simmer right there. And once they're there, like I said, just let it slowly cook. And then when they're ready, we'll blend them up. Simple as that. Bada boom, bada bing. Done with that. Oh, there you go. Play nicely. There you go. So we'll let that cook. We'll come back to that when it's done. Look at it go. Boiling away. Bubble, 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 bubble. In our next pan, we're going to caramelize some of our pecans here. So we're going to start off with a little bit of sugar. And we're going to let that cook down nicely all on its own. Don't shake it, don't move it, don't do anything else like that. You can add a little bit of water to this to kind of, dissolve it and then just bring it to a boil. And then as the water dissolves or boils off, it's going to continuously cook in the different stages of sugars, from softball to hardball to hard crack, blah, 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 all the way up to caramel. We're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it this way. And it's going to heat up, and you'll start seeing little patches of brownness, start popping up as it starts to caramelize. And once it reaches a nice consistency, then we're going to stop the cooking by just a little of lemon juice into there, and then we're going to toss in our pecans and cinnamon, and then just kind of get them all nice and coated in that sugar, and then put it on our silpat right over there. That is like the OG silpat. I think that's like the original freaking silpat. I don't know how long I've had that, but it's been around forever. So I think I've been in this industry for 31 years, so obviously that thing's freaking 31 years too. I can sell that on Antiques Roadshow. That is now 25 years or older. Okay, so you can see that sugar is slowly melting right there. Look at it. Just starting to brown up on the edges right there. That's what we want. See that smoke coming up off of there? That is definitely getting dark really quickly. We're going to turn down the heat really, really, really quickly here. And we're going to stop the cooking as he runs and grabs his. This is going to be, so be careful. That lemon juice into there. Stop the caramelization. Smells great. Add in our pecans. Just going to toss that around a little bit. I'm going to grab a spatula here in a second. Add a little pinch of salt, a little kosher salt, and a little shake of cinnamon. It looks like a lot. And then we're just going to stir this up, get it all nice and shellacked, and then put it on our silpat right over there. All right, so we got our strawberry sauce back here. We're working on our pecans. This is obviously the area, the land of the misfit projects going on back here. So we're just kind of, once they move out of the limelight, they come back over here to finish. So get this all spread out. As you can see, these are nice and coated. Very tempting to reach down there and eat one. Let me tell you right now, they're friggin' hot. They'll burn your mouth. They're not good. Don't get your finger stuff on that, because that stuff right there, it's hot, hot, hot. So don't touch it. Let it cool. Then feel free to sample. Next up, we're going to make our chocolate sauce. Nice heat right there. Okay. We're going to add in 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. Drippity drip. Then we're going to add in 2 ounces or 1/4 cup granulated sugar. And we're just going to basically heat that up, dissolve the sugar, and then once that's nice and dissolved, bring it up to a simmer, turn it off, and then we're going to add it into our chocolate right here. Now we're using Ghirardelli 92% cacao. So this is deep, dark, heavy-duty chocolate. The reason why we're using 92% cacao is because in a heat of passion, I went to the grocery store and bought the wrong flavor of chocolate. I wanted to buy 72. I bought 92. Yeah. So it's a little bit bitter. And if you bite into that late at night when you have one of those hankerings for chocolate and you find out 92% is a significant difference between 72%, you use it for baking. So, and that's what we're doing. So we're going to use it for this. We got this cooking right now. We'll be back in a second, show you tempering this into our chocolate. All right, we are boiling. We can turn that down, turn it off completely. We're going to grab our chocolate here, set that on our board right here. That all nice and moving around. Boom, 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 boom. Pour that over our chocolate and steam up our camera. This is real cooking, folks. This is live. This is, well, it's not live. You're going to get this, broken down into, put together into one big giant video, but it's live to me. So there's our chocolate. Let it sit. Don't stir it or anything else like that. Let it sit. I know you want to grab your spatula and start stirring it up, but just let it sit, okay? Patience. I know, and I'm one to talk about patience because I got none, but let it sit. All right, look at this. We stir it up. I love how the bowl spins. Anyway, woo, stare into that after an edible. Whoa, we're taking you places, folks. All right, seriously. Look at that. Nice, creamy, thick. This is what you make, ladies and gentlemen, known as ganache. Equal parts chocolate and cream or fat of some sort, like butter, if you wanted to use that as well, to make your stuffing for truffles, those sort of things. This is going to be super, super nice, thick on top of our banana split. This as a hot fudge sundae, it's not quite fudge, but hot ganache sundae, no brainer right there. So we got this. It's all come together. I'm going to add in a shot of Frangelico and then stir it up, and then that'll be ready to go. There it is, our Frangelico. Look at that. Oh, just a nice stir into there. We'll stir that up in a second and then flavor it all up. So set that down over there. And we'll stir that bad boy on up. Look at that. It smells so damn good. Like I said, this is an adult banana split here, folks. So kids can't have it. For some reason, they can have it in Europe, but for some reason, our kids can't have any alcohol until they turn 21. But that's a different story. You go off and fight in the wars, but can't have a shot of Frangelico or anything. Anyway, I digress. I try not to get the political, but sometimes you need to. Anyway, focus, look. Squirrels again. Squirrels in the mind. That's good to go. Okay, everybody, we're back. We're going to make our caramel sauce. Same thing as we did before. We're doing a half a cup of sugar or 4 ounces of sugar. Same thing. We're just going to let this cook nice and slow. And then it's going to start melting like you saw earlier, caramelizing. And then we're going to hit it with the heavy cream to stop it from continuously browning. And then that cream is going to basically, you'll see it, it's just going to solidify and then melt all back into the heavy cream, making a beautiful caramel sauce. So you'll see as we go along. Okay, guys, back to the strawberry sauce here. The strawberries cook down for 15 or so minutes, and we're going to try to blend this up with one hand. There we go. There it goes. Be careful. If you need to, put a towel gently over top of this, keeping it from splashing up back on you. Just be careful. And don't try to do this with one hand at home, please. All right? Be careful. Work with an assistant, whatever the case might be. But we're just going to blend this up. And then once it's blended, we'll let it cool for a little bit, and then we'll add in our chopped strawberries and our Grand Marnier to finish it all off and make it that much more special. But man, it smells good, good, good. And there's our chocolate sauce back there. Our pecans ready to roll. It's going to be one hell of a dessert. Caramel sauce. Let it go a little bit too long. But this is what happens. All right, there we go. Boom. I think we caught it just in time. That's going to be a dark caramel sauce. As you can see, like I said, you got to be careful. This stuff will jump up at you. So be careful when you add in that cream. It'll steam up. All right, so you see that nice chunk of solid sugar in there? That's your caramel. We're going to turn this back on nice and low. And we're going to let that all dissolve back into there again. So it looks loose right now, but once this all dissolves back in there together, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Look at it go. It's beautiful looking in there. That's hard to see, but that is good. That's starting to really cook down. You can see it's all started to, it all melted into there, and it's just going to tighten up as it cooks low and slow. Okay, so we got our heavy cream here. We're going to make whipped cream. This is half a cup heavy whipping cream. We're adding in quarter cup sugar, and then we're going to add in a nice half a teaspoon of vanilla paste. You can use vanilla extract. I have vanilla paste here, so we're going to use that instead. And we're just going to whisk this away. I kept the bowl in the refrigerator so it's nice and cold. Obviously with the whipped cream too, you know. Before the cream sits out too long, you must whip it, right? So we're going to whip that up till it's nice and semi-stiff peaks here. I stepping off camera, so to speak. Turned off our caramel sauce, which is over there cooking right now. And we're just going to whisk this on up. That's going to take a little while, so we'll come back to this in a second. All right, folks, we're just about there. You can see it really tightening up, getting nice and whipped up. We're going to stop right about there. Back to our strawberry sauce we got right over here. Just make sure my microphone's still on. It's still on. All right, we're good. Back to our strawberry sauce right here. We got it. It's nice and thick. Could be a little bit thicker, but that's okay. We could have cooked it down a little bit longer, but that's all good. We're going to add in our diced strawberries into this and just kind of let those sit inside of there. Get all nice and yummy and delicious inside of there. Oh, I forget any of those. Delicious. And then we're going to add in our Grand Marnier. Boom, there it is. There we go. Let that kind of sit and steep all together. You can really smell that. Oh, it smells so good. So good. Look at that. Delicious. All right, so there's our caramel. Nice, shiny. We're going to add in our Howlerhead banana bourbon. I know, looks like a lot, but it's all good. We're amongst friends. And the best part about it is, oh, that smells really good. That smells really good. Best part about this is anything left over, if you don't use it on your banana split tonight, turn that into some Bananas Foster's crepes or something like that tomorrow morning for brunch. Just saying, People will be happy with a nice big cup of coffee and some of that. Oh, delightful. All right, so now we're taking our banana. We're just going to slice this in half, leave it in the skin. You can do this at a time. If you're going to do this for a larger party, leave it in the skin. This is the way to do it. Okay? Take it, pop it open like this. Now we have a nice dish of sugar. We're simply going to dredge the cut part of our banana into our sugar. Get a nice coating on there, just like that. Okay? Do that for both ends because you can't have a banana split without the other half, because that's just a ripoff. Nice coated on both sides. Now what we're going to do is place this on our little platter right here. And I know not everybody's got one of these bad boys. I know not everybody's got one of these. If you don't have one of these, you can certainly use your broiler. You just got to keep an eye on it. And then we're just going to caramelize the sugar in our bananas, or on our bananas, I should say. See that nicely? Obviously, you want to get a nice caramelization on there. Basically, a creme brulee or a bruleed banana. I shouldn't say creme brulee because there's no cream in there right yet. Just a bruleed banana. And as it sits, it's going to get that nice hard crust on the outside like a creme brulee will. It's just a wonderful way to do this. You can certainly do this ahead of time, or simply just sugar it and then do it last minute so they're nice and warm and delicious. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put our ice cream scoops on our plate. We're using the pecans here as a base, more or less to act as a way to keep everything from sliding around on our plate. When you're doing this in the restaurant industry, wait staff tend to grab it a little too aggressively at times and send the stuff flying, and then it doesn't look good on a plate. The pecans basically act as a base to keep this from, look at this, keep it from moving. Isn't that cool? So we're going to put our scoops of ice cream on here first, and then we're going to assemble everything here in a second. I know. He's not wearing gloves. You know what? I'm eating this with me and my wife. We're fine. Don't judge me. Okay, so now the assembly comes. We're just going to slide our finger in between the banana and the peel. There we go. We got one. And we'll get the second one in here. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna slide that right on into there. Now, we're gonna put our chocolate sauce with our chocolate. Why not? So our Frangelico chocolate, look at how delicious that looks. Oh, nice and thick. I'm gonna put that right over top of our chocolate. Like that. Set that aside. We got our caramel, still nice and warm. I'm gonna put that right over top of that right there. Holy crack-a-mole if that doesn't look good. And then our little bit of our strawberry sauce over top over here. More chunks of strawberry in there. There we go. And then we have our whipped cream. You can just kind of in there. I'm just kind of randomly plopping it right into there. I don't think you can go wrong with too much. And then, as the French would say, the coup de grace. We're going to take some of these wonderful bada bing cherries, and these are awesome. Put a couple of these onto there. So they got that nice flavor of liqueur in there already. And yeah, you can't go wrong. They're delicious. One more thing we forgot, or I almost forgot. I'm going to throw some of the nuts right over top of a little bit of everything. Okay. Boom. That's it. There you have it, folks. There's our banana split kicked up version of it right there. We kind of rushed it. Could have let it cool down a little bit faster, but you know what? We're hungry. It's dessert time, and it's Saturday night. It's time to eat it now. All right, folks. We're going to taste test this right here. We're getting ready to do this, so we're going to jump right on in. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a crunchy crunch. The sound effects aren't going on, but the zoom out. She's successfully got a mouthful. Go for it. Go for it. I'm still working on it.
That's really good.
I want a banana. I want the strawberries. I'm working on this.
Oh man, I got the pecan and the chocolate going. That is really good. Okay, I'm trying out the strawberry.
Grand Marnier and strawberries.
Crazy. Oh, that's summer. That's cliche, but
that's heaven.
All right. I'm going for the vanilla caramel. Oh, that's really good. That caramel sauce, that bite of banana, that's crazy.
It's crazy delicious. The best part about it is that bourbon that just makes it pop. That flavor.
Yeah, that is. I don't even like bourbon. That's the way to have your bourbon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Charlotte, if you're a restaurant owner and you need a good chef and you want to make some freaking money, Big Fish is in town. Just saying. Bye, y'all.